Hey guys, this is P.M.R.Bonez88 and the Batman-A-Thon continues. So today I will be talking about is The Dark Knight. So this was the second sequel to the Dark Knight trilogy, and Christopher Nolan returned to direct, produce, and co-written this film. The Dark Knight was actually based off in two graphic novels, which were The Killing Joke and The Long Halloween. I never really got a chance to read The Long Halloween, but I do have The Killing Joke and the animated film. So if those of you want to see my review of Batman The Killing Joke, the link is up below, right up my upper right hand corner. And the returning stars from The Batman Begins were Christian Bale playing as the Dark Knight himself, Batman, Gary Oldman, Michael Caine, and Morgan Freeman. Apparently Katie Holmes did not return to play as Rachel, so they had to find another actress to replace, in which was Maggie Gyllenhaal. She played the new Rachel. And the other stars were Aaron Eckhart and Heath Ledger playing as none other than the Joker. The Dark Knight was definitely the most #1 big hit back in 2008. It actually beat both Iron Man and the Incredible Hulk. And in the box office, it hit up to about $1.005 billion. Now that's what you call a major shitload of money. Cause The Dark Knight was really the best. As much as I love 1989's Batman and it will be my childhood superhero movie, but The Dark Knight is my #1 most favorite. Especially for Heath Ledger's performance playing as the Joker. He did a great, terrific job. I didn't even recognize him with all that makeup. Not even his voice. He did a good job on it too. And the settings, they were phenomenal. Mostly they used like real different sets, and some that they had to use for like blue or green screen. So when the movie begins, it was during the bank heist. Is where all the clowns were going into the bank, and we see this one mysterious clown. We're not too sure who it is. All the clowns were killing each other one by one until one last clown was standing. We didn't really get a chance to see his face, but only up until when he started talking. Then we realized that his voice sounded familiar. Before he was starting to leave, he finally took off his mask, revealing to be none other than the Joker. He took all the money and put it on the school bus, and then he took off. I found it hilarious when he just shoved a grenade or something right into his mouth. I thought at first it was a bomb, a dynamite or something, or a grenade, but it turns out it was just was a smoke bomb. That was it. That was probably funny. And during the night, we see Cillian Murphy playing as the Scarecrow just for a cameo. And where all the quirks were just like ganging up, and until we see Batman showing up and, oh wait a second, that's not Batman. This is when Batman has a gun. Oh, so this is what you call the Batmen, aka what you call them back fakes. They're only just wearing just knee, arm pads just to make them look like as Batman. And then up until the tumbler just shows off, it didn't really do too much. And I just felt a little disappointed at that. But right up until we finally get to see was the real Batman, fighting crime, stopping Scarecrow and all the phony Batman. The only big pop line that Batman just said to one of those back fakes, he only said was,
"I'm not wearing hockey pads."
That was a good line for Batman. That was only just for, you know, less humor and not to make it too much, unlike for other Batman films that we see in the past, like Batman Forever and Batman and Robin. Let's not mention about that. No, let's not mention it at all. We see all the mob gangster having a meeting / gathering, and there were some big stars that were in this film, such as Eric Roberts playing as Sal Maroni, the Italian mafia boss, and Michael J. White playing as Gamble, the Negrin mafia. Another big star that I haven't seen him in a mad while was Anthony Michael Hall playing as the Gotham cable news reporter Mike Engel. Damn, I haven't seen him in a long time. I think the last movie I saw him in was in Edward Scissorhands. Damn shit, that was a long time ago. I haven't seen him in any other films. That was the last movie ever, besides The Dark Knight, was Edward Scissorhands. That was it. During the meeting gathering, the Joker interferes and interrupts their meeting, right until he wanted to talk and make an offer for them that they couldn't refuse, or they thought he was joking. The Joker really wants to is to kill the Batman. At first they refuse, but then the Joker always has his way to get them to accept his offer. Gamble was about to kill him, but right until the Joker realized he was armed and dangerous. And when I say armed and dangerous, I mean he had full of explosions underneath his coat. So at that point he left, and then we introduced to us Harvey Dent, the district attorney, goes taking Rachel out for dinner, and then Bruce Wayne shows up and just meet and talking, have a gathering. The best quote line ever that Harvey Dent just said, it was, "You die as a hero, or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain." I really love that quote. That quote just kind of really suits me a bit, because that's really true. It's either you die as a hero, or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. And then one of Gamble's boys finally got the body of the Joker, and then he thinks he was dead. But apparently the Joker was playing possum. So the Joker talks about his little background story about how he got his scars. He used the same story on Rachel during the party scene, except he was only talking about his wife, of how he got the scars. He has so many stories. We're not even too sure which story was true of how he got his scars. And unfortunately, I'm really curious too. I want to know how he got these scars. They could at least have a origin story of the Joker, of how he really got these scars on his face. I was really curious about it. But then again, we always know the Joker that we are not too sure about his background story. We're not too sure what his real name used to be. He has no name, no alias, nothing. Except for the Killing Joke. The Killing Joke does have a background story, but I'm not going to tell you that much. So when he was talking about his old story, the biggest line, the biggest quote ever was,
Why so serious?
Right there. That was Heath Ledger's Joker's line ever. Unlike for Jack Nicholson portraying as the Joker, he did a good job. But for Heath Ledger, he did it magnificent. I'll say magnificent on playing that Joker role. I even love the makeup, the scars on his face, and I tried to dress up as the Joker once before, but I couldn't even get the scars. So what I did, I only just put this smile on my face and just be as Mark Hamill's Joker instead. A little combination, but I'm so great as the Joker. But I love Heath Ledger's Joker. His was the best, all tops. And by there, he just killed Gamble, and it was too bad. I started to like this character, but he was just killed off. We finally get to see Batman upgraded to a new entire suit, a major battle armor, and he wore the cowl, but this time it was like a Batman mask that he could just move his head around a lot. Because every single Batman movie we see him, it was a cowl, and in Batman Begins we saw him the first and the last time seeing him wearing the cowl. In The Dark Knight, he could definitely move his head, and this suit was really my favorite. We've seen it a lot in action, including during this one scene where he goes to Hong Kong to find Lau. During the flight scene, it was so amazing. Even the environment was so real of how he did it. There were probably a certain amount of CGI or blue or green screen that they used, but most of the time they were just using real environments and real places. Filmed the flight scene in Hong Kong, and when we see the Gotham City, it was filmed in Chicago. That was really great, and Christopher Nolan did a great job of making this second film. And also, one of my favorites and the best scene that everyone loved and enjoyed was during the chase scene where the Joker goes after Harvey Dent, and then Batman tries to save him by using the tumbler just to sacrifice himself. When the tumbler was completely destroyed, he went from the tumbler to make it as the Bat-Pod, or should I call it the Bat-Cycle. I mean, it's really called the Bat-Pod, but I love calling it the Bat-Cycle because it was so badass, including when he used the same tumbler wheels and then the tumbler just exploded and just went bye-bye. He could have just used another tumbler, but then again, the Bat-Pod was better. And during the big confrontation between Batman and Joker, I thought for sure that Batman was really gonna hit Joker, but he wasn't that stupid. He wasn't gonna kill him. Just missed him and just crashed into the truck. I find the action really insane and epic. And during the interrogation scene where we see Batman and Joker just talking to each other, and right until he got really pissed and really angry at the Joker and asking him, where is Harvey Dent? And when Joker said you had to save one of them, at that point that he realized when he said them, he captured not just Harvey Dent, but he also captured Rachel. So he has to save one of them. He has to choose either of them. He couldn't save both of them at once. We all thought that Batman was going to save Rachel. What really was happening, that Batman wanted to go and save Dent. And by the time Gordon and the Gotham City police officers trying to go and save Rachel, they were too late. And when the explosive tried to hit on Harvey Dent, that point on, he just lost half of his face and the Joker just got away. When I saw the trailer, I knew that Two-Face was going to appear and Batman will have to face off because they gave us some hints of Harvey Dent, because during the one scene where Harvey Dent held a gun, at that point we knew it was Two-Face, and there was a little burn. His face is a little burn underneath his chin. We could definitely tell that's Two-Face appearing. Scarecrow I knew for a fact would have returned, but only as a cameo, because he was going to concentrate was fighting off the Joker. And during the hospital scene, we didn't really see half of his face. The first scene where Harvey Dent just turned his face, we see just for a quick second and then just goes up to Gordon and it's like, oh come on, I want to see his half face burned. I was really intense. I was so excited. I wanted to get out of my chair and say, yes, there's Two-Face! But during the second time, we finally see him, and that's what you call a Two-Face. Tommy Lee Jones playing as Two-Face, I kind of have my ups and downs in Batman Forever as Two-Face. I mean, they tried their best, but it made him too campy, and half of his face looked too colorful, because that's not really a burn, you guys. The Dark Knight as Two-Face, that's what you call a burn. That's what you call the real, actual Two-Face. So, Tommy Lee Jones as Two-Face, go bye-bye. Well, I guess I forgot all about him. Speaking of the visual effects, I would love to say they are amazing. They're so astounding. They didn't really do too much CGI. Maybe some scenes, but it looked real though. Just to be honest with you, they weren't too CGI or cartoonish. They were actual great, perfect, crisp CGI effects. Especially for Two-Face, where we see just all the makeups effect of Aaron Eckhart's half of his face digitized and to make it half burnt. That was really great and really magnificent. I loved it so much. And the action scene, so superb. Even the storyline, very superb. Great job. Actors' performance, great job on everyone, including their major cameos and big stars of it that I haven't seen for a very, very long time. So, would I recommend you guys to see The Dark Knight? Definitely, because The Dark Knight is the best movie to see. So, just to rate this film, for The Dark Knight, I would definitely have to give this a best 10 out of 10. So the grade would definitely be an A+. Christopher Nolan did a great job directing, producing, and co-written this secondary Dark Knight movie ever. The Dark Knight is so perfect, it is so great, ever since for The Empire Strikes Back. But The Dark Knight was another great second sequel to at least must-see to believe it, and Heath Ledger did a great job playing as the clown prince of crime known as the Joker, and Christian Bale playing as the Dark Knight, great job on that too. Even though that he did the voice and trying to make it more darker and serious, but sometimes we could barely understand a word he is saying. But other than that, The Dark Knight is a great movie, and I definitely have this movie on Blu-ray and DVD. And this is P.M.R.Bonez88's signing off and saying is, peace!
Why so serious? He sticks the blade in my mouth. Let's put a smile on that face. And... why so serious?